Okay. Hi. Usually we say we did it. We didn't do it. Hopefully, this audio is passable. It's temporary. In fact, on OBS, it's literally called temp because it is going to be what we have to do tonight. And it looks like we're going to have to do something else going forward. We will deal with that this weekend. But because right now we're streaming with all of you, or for all of you, or both, we're going to have to roll with the punches. So we'll deal with that some other time. But what I will ask is right now, firstly, how does the audio sound? Do we need to be louder? Do we need to be quieter? All the way up to here, Hobbs says. Okay.
All right, well, we'll see what we can do here.
Yeah, there is something fancy that I can do in settings, I recall, which is how I fixed the audio the last time this was an issue, but that took quite a bit of reading and figuring it out.
Bit muffled but passable, see Helen says. Okay.
Yeah. So this is what it's going to have to be for tonight. It sucks ass.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's gonna have to be. We're literally using the audio from our microphone, or not. Sorry, that would make sense. We're actually using the audio from our USB camera, which has shitty audio because it's a camera. But it's the only other audio source we have right now, while it seems like we're going to have to troubleshoot our camera issues some other time. It's likely thank you to Emma again, our amazing friend Emma, who knows much more about computers and etc. than I. Was able to help us troubleshoot it a bit, and the answer is, either it's a problem with the body of the microphone itself or the cable coming from the microphone. Either way, it's something that, will need to be taken care of by us, not while we're trying to stream. So, Amy, you're likely going to have to, I guess, yell.
Okay. Awesome. Can you guys hear me? Winter says, it sounds like you're talking into a cardboard tube, but we can hear you. Wow. Awesome.
Also, when I start the game, that's going to be hold on. Okay. That should be okay for now. And basically, when I start the game, I'm going to have to lower the game volume, only because otherwise it's going to drown us out. So.
All right. Cody says he can hear us.
Okay.
Hobbs says, sorry you have to go through these issues with these blasted machines.
Right?
Yeah. It's a pain in the butt when you do, but I will say that, knock on wood, this is the first time this particular issue has happened.
And to be fair, right, we have had this microphone for close to a decade now.
Wow. It doesn't seem like it, but Emma says, R.I.P. that poor microphone.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, we've had it for a decade. Buying another one is probably not, the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
This one doesn't owe us a penny. So
yeah, we've definitely got our money's worth. For sure.
All right, I'm going to start playing the game, but obviously we can keep talking about stuff.
Says I wanted to quote Dr. Smith from Lost in Space, but I can't think of any good robot insults off the top of my head, and it would take too long to look up. Sure, that's okay, Hob. I loved that show, Lost in Space, but I don't remember it well enough to come up with any either, so I'm sorry.
All right, so we can hear the audio, but it looks like you all can't, unless it's just that low. Hold on. There it is. Okay. So yeah, you can lightly hear it, but not very much.
Emma says I have an old studio microphone with an amplifier if you want to try it / want it.
Okay, we can try it out. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate that. Cody says R.I.P. Mike.
Oh.
Yeah, we recently had the cable that I was using for my headphones basically completely become unusable, so I was hoping that it would just be the cable for the microphone, but we're not really sure of that. Emma says, no problem, I'm not using it, but it does sound good.
Good.
Awesome, Emma, thank you.
Yeah. Fireworks.
It's just it needed external power, and that took up space on my desk. Yes. Luckily we have an extremely large table that I was able to find on Amazon after extensive research. This table that we use for streaming is literally the size of a conference room table in like an executive's like boardroom. But all of those tended to have instead of 4 legs on the corners, they would have like 1 leg down the center, and that took up too much space underneath the table for us to be able to comfortably sit here and stream and do whatever else we were going to do. So it actually took a lot for me to find this table, but I'm grateful I did. But that's how we're able to have our 3 screens and then our TV over here and all our crap and still have space for us both to sit and a third person in case somebody comes and tries to stream with us. So yeah, she says LOL, nice. Emma does.
Yeah.
I'll try to like face the camera a little more when I'm reading chat so that my voice can be projected toward the microphone that we're using. Oh, Busy Star is here saying it's Mario time.
That's right. In fact, I don't know if we want to try to scroll back up.
Oh no! I mean, we were reading all of that stuff, so you know, I heard, you know, I read what all y'all had to say earlier, and you know, I appreciate y'all being here and saying what you said. So.
Yeah, and giving us the info about how it sounds and what you heard and didn't hear and stuff. Very, very helpful.
So Fizzy Star, what you missed is we're having audio issues. So at least for today's stream, it's going to be quiet AF, unfortunately. Sorry about it.
But it's better than staticky AF like it was before.
Exactly. I'm glad you saw my brilliant ideas. I did, Winter. I did. And we may come up with something like that, but I kind of feel like if we take the time to make that, it might be inviting more technical issues to occur. And I don't want to bring that kind of bad juju upon us. So, as much as I love that idea, I'm not sure if we're going to actually execute it. Emma says it is better. Hob says, okay, I have Pokemon news. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Blake is here saying, Camp Reed, please. Hell
That's
yes.
right.
Winter says, stops mid-drawing. Oh, okay.
Oh.
If you'd like to provide it, then I would be more than happy to willingly accept it. But I'm not going to take a lot of time to make it myself in the interest of wanting to not. Just wanting to not.
I was like, what are you talking about? Holy shit, that was very close. Sorry. Our princess is in another castle, Amy.
Well. Oh well, I guess she doesn't get saved. Maybe she needs to figure it out. Save herself.
There it
Fizzy
is.
Star says, I see, that's okay. As long as I can hear you two joke and laugh, it's fine. Smile face. Quiet is fine for the time being.
Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully it'll just be for the time being, but we'll let you guys know. Hob says, so backstory. Okay. Emma says, hi, Blake. Winter says, thumbs up.
Yeah, Emma and Blake, you two just missed each other last week. It was like, as Blake left, Emma showed up. So
Two ships in the night.
Now it's great that you're both here at the same time.
Hob says, I originally skipped Gen 3, but when I got back into Gen 4, I went back and grabbed the Gen 3 games used. Started with Emerald, then when I loved that, grabbed Ruby and Sapphire.
I jumped right into that hole.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but
Yep.
net. Anyway, go on.
Yep. If only there had been a net.
Yeah. Why, what would she have done?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Took me a second.
Yep.
Blake says, how are things, all things considered? To Emma. Fizzy Star says, I got sick again after just getting over a bad cold,
Oh,
so
no.
your stream is a nice treat to relax to.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, first of all, we're sorry you're sick, but
Yeah.
secondly, thank you. That's very kind of you to say.
Yeah. You guys all saw these, right? Did you guys see these? We won these.
We did win them.
We went to a trivia night at an arcade near our house, and we won these critters.
It was ironically trivia night for Wicked and the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And yet these were our prizes.
It's just what they had.
Yeah.
They're not gonna like buy Wicked memorabilia to give out as prizes to people.
Yeah.
Like, it was not that, big of a deal.
God, his little feet kicking. It looks so dumb.
It looks adorable. And Fizzy Star, I completely understand. I was sick for a full month, like leading up to Thanksgiving, going until after Christmas. So, yeah. I guess that's really longer than a month, but yeah, it was a shit show. Emma says, besides America going full poop, things have been well. How have you been? Hob says, so my kid's mom, we had just started dating at the time, had never played, so I gave her Sapphire to try her own journey. She didn't care for it. Well, okay then. Winter says, I had a cold this week too. It's going around. Sure.
Yeah, my boss has been out all week with a stomach bug.
Oh, yeah. Hob says, she then said the game stopped turning on anyway, so I told her to just get rid of it. This was circa 2008, 2009-ish. Fast forward 2 nights ago. I was thinking all of a sudden about trying to find how my old Gen 1 games were doing, but forgot exactly where I put them. So I went looking around my bins. I need to know what happens next.
I mean, I have a guess, but
Yeah,
I
me
mean...
too. I have so many guesses. That's why I need to know.
Oh, shit. There we go. Got him.
Busy Star says, oh, nice. Glad you won. We didn't. We were in first place, or we were in second place. We were in third place a bunch of times. But they still gave us stuff, so...
Yeah. Plus, shout-outs to Molly. There was somebody named Molly who was playing who did not make herself known or make themselves known to the establishment. And so whatever prizes she was supposed to have gotten for doing better than us in some instances went to us because we were the only other team playing, because the people that like came in first got their prizes, so they weren't going to give her prizes to them because they got a bigger prize. They gave her prizes to us.
Yeah, which is awesome.
It was cool.
Thanks, Molly. Winter says they should have put a paper witch hat on Mario.
Oh, no.
Paper witch hat. Is that a reference I'm not understanding?
Oh.
Nice. Hob says, no. Blake says, so sorry for the sub-chat, Mastros. I hear ya, Emma. Trying to hold it down for those that are going to be affected the hardest. I've been well, though. Ended up in a life and hobby/passion I never thought.
Yeah, Blake's been killing it.
Yeah. Fizzy Star says, it's nearing a full month for me. It was 2.5 weeks before I started feeling better, and now I'm back feeling terrible.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Where it just keeps going away and then coming back, and that sucks.
Yeah. Emma says, yeah, but right on. I'm glad you got into something you love. Are you still on the beautiful West Coast? And Winter says, I've had a hell of a week. Mr. Dump is making our lives hell here in federal employee land.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I'm a state employee, and we literally had a meeting today to talk about, son of a bitch, to talk about, like, how it was going to affect us. And we're in New York. So,
Right.
like, it's, the answer is, like, mostly it's not, but
Right.
also we're going to have to keep an eye on things. So, yeah, I can only imagine what it's like for you, Winter. That's crazy.
A lot.
Yeah.
Hob says, looking in my N64 bin, I found a ton of GBA games that she had gotten rid of when I originally moved out, including Pokemon Sapphire.
Hell yeah.
It took some finessing, same as Ruby and Emeralds did when I tried them earlier this week. But I got it to turn on, and it still had her save on.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay. Obviously, I knew she wouldn't care one bit about it, so I made a new game, and I've been playing through new original Sapphire playthrough.
Nice.
And I agonized over what team I was going to go for, and eventually settled on a lineup.
Okay.
One of them being Exploud. I head to the route past Rustboro to catch a Whismer.
Whismer.
Dot dot dot. And found a shiny one.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. If Marcus is still here, he can appreciate that.
Oh shit.
Let me go back.
Nope.
Emma says, oh, I can imagine. I feel really bad for federal employees with the deluge of new awful orders.
Yep.
Blake says, I am really loving the inclusive community out here. Emma says, that's awesome. I feel the same way about the community in the New York Capital District. There is a pretty sweet community here. Blake says, shiny Whismer is pretty hype.
That is really cool. Congrats.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the middle one. It's the middle. There we go.
Cody says, oh, lucky you, ... I've never gotten a shiny. Hob says, this is now my 4th or 5th non-Gyarados shiny ever. That's awesome, Hob. That's really cool.
Yeah, in mainline games, I've only had 3. So. And they were all in the last, 2 years or so.
Really kind of weird. Blake says, you should play Pogo, Cody. Shinies are literally the game.
Correct. That's very correct, yes. That's why I specified mainline games, because, yes, I've got multitudes of shinies in Pokemon Go. Multitudes.
Hob says, I named him Dolby.
Okay. Oh.
Marcus said, did someone say shiny? Yep.
It's like the bat signal went up. God damn it, piranha plant.
It's the Marcus signal.
Yeah.
Godalope is here saying, gotta love classics.
What is up, Godalope?
Popped in to say hi. I'll be out of work a bit later and will join back in.
Amazing.
Get them coins.
I will try. Thank you. Okay.
So Godalope, what you missed is that our microphone is not working. So if we seem really quiet, it's because we are using the microphone that is attached to our webcam currently. We apologize. Fizzy Star says, play Legends Acreus, Shinies Galore.
Arceus.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's the god Pokemon. Remember the 4-legged god Pokemon? We watched a movie with it in it, I think.
Oh, we did?
Yep, it's from Gen 4.
Arceus.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture of it if I can find it.
Blake
I know I'm on the clock here, but...
Blake says, bah ha ha ha. I don't know who Professor Smoke is, but what an entrance line given the username.
It's Marcus.
Okay.
You don't remember that one?
Yes, I do. Because it looked like the barbed wire. I remember. Cody says, maybe I should start. How bad are the microtransactions for Pogo?
Non-existent. I've not spent a penny. You don't have to. Marcus and Blake are both pretty prominent Pokemon Go players, more so than myself, for sure.
Fizzy Star says, completely understand. Necessary. I've been playing since 2016, free to play.
Yeah.
Blake says you can play virtually for free. Like, microtransactions are optional at best.
Yeah.
Fizzy Star says unnecessary. Oh, okay. Stupid autocorrect. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Erica is here saying, hi, my darlings. Hi, Erica. Good to see you.
What's up, Erica? Happy Friday.
Yes, just to fill you in on what you missed, our microphone isn't working, so it's going to be quiet. Sorry about it. We're using the microphone on our webcam. Cody says that's a relief. I gave up on
No.
WIGO dual links because
That's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay. Because the pay to win got obnoxious.
Fair.
Blake says Marcus Tracks. Now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, his name used to be Marcus. He changed it to that a long time ago, but I still just call him Marcus.
I was going to say his YouTube name.
Right. Well, yeah. That's not his real name. I mean, it could be. I mean, that would be kind of boss, I guess, if you just changed your name to your, like, over-the-top username, you know? Let's see. Hob says, I stopped playing Go after the first month of its existence because there was no battle training like the mainline games. Also, to whoever suggested Arceus, I do not own a Switch.
Oops.
Oh, so you would need a Switch to get Arceus?
That's where the game Pokemon Legends Arceus is for the Switch.
Oh, gotcha.
Shit. Come on.
Emma says, I haven't played Pokemon Go in years, but I feel obligated to say Pokemon Go to the polls because it has ironically become something I quote all the time. LOL.
Yeah, that was a Hillary Clintonism, if I recall correctly.
Nice.
Where it was like such a popular thing that she was like, you know, all these people are playing Pokemon Go. Well, how about we Pokemon go to the polls?
Amazing. Erica says that Goomba liked Joe's balls to put the fear of God in him and then just left. That was wild.
Yeah, I stomped on the one, and then it got blocked by. It blocked its friend, and so it like got right up next to me and then went in the other direction. So scary. I've had a couple of like good close calls today so far. It's fun.
Blake says the wildest chat I've ever read.
Oh, you said liked Joe's balls. That's not what that says.
Licked Joe's balls. Sorry.
I hadn't looked over. That's very different.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great.
Speaking from experience, you know.
No, I don't know.
Emma says it was great, peak American discourse.
Right?
And then Hob says, I do have Arceus, the Mon, in Diamond because Gen 4 and early Gen 5 were the only times I had actual access to event distributions.
Oh, that's cool.
That sounds
so
like I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay, so event distributions were when a game is first released, basically to incentivize people to buy it, I suppose. You could take your cartridge, your game cartridge, and go to your local game store with your cartridge, and your local game store would have gotten a delivery from Nintendo of this device, basically, that they'd take your cartridge, plug it into this device, and then it would download an event onto your device. Oh, I didn't know that thing bounced you down. No. And so you would then be able to go through like a side quest to get particular Pokemon.
Oh.
So like in the games, right? If you're going for one of the like legendaries, the like static legendaries,
yeah,
they're just programmed into the game. But then there are certain legendaries that are not programmed into the game. But I think that's game over, unfortunately. But it is. If you go to get those special events or whatever,
Yeah.
there will be other static legendaries that get added to the game in certain spots.
Interesting. Okay. Well, all right. Blake says Hillary's Guinness pour is also peak American discourse. Okay. Hobbs says Gen 4/5 was DS era, so it was all Wi-Fi.
Oh, I see. Okay, even better.
So it was all just going to the store and
Yes.
getting... Huh?
Sorry, I just said yes. Go on.
Going to the store and getting mystery gift moms. Yeah, my audio is just way too loud. I can't
Just,
hear
again,
you.
we have a thing for that. Just tell me.
Okay. Hub says Arceus and Victini have in-game stuff to get them. Everything else I tried to get was a mystery gift.
Yeah, it was a mechanic in the game that we couldn't use obviously when we played because it's there we go, because it's was part of Wi-Fi connection or whatever.
Yeah. Emma says I heard Mew was event only, but then why did my friend's friend find Mew under the truck by the ship? Apparently, that's funny.
Because she didn't.
Oh.
That's just the rumor that was going around back in the day, that you could use strength on a truck by the SSN to and then move it and get Mew underneath it. But that definitely was not a thing. It's just what people
were saying.
Yeah, as again as a rumor around that time.
Stupid. Hobbs says Mew usually is, except when you play original Red, Blue, Yellow, where you can safely glitch it into the game.
Correct.
Mew Truck was an old playground legend.
Correct.
But there is a Mew glitch.
Yes. Yeah, because it was programmed in. You just can't actually get it.
Gotcha.
Whoops.
Erica says, oh, also I had a Reuben for dinner.
Ooh.
And I didn't think I liked either sauerkraut or Thousand Island dressing, but I guess I do. Okay.
It sounds delicious. I'm jealous already.
I don't like sauerkraut, but it's not because I don't like eating sauerkraut. It's because when I was a kid at school, they used to make sauerkraut a lot in the cafeteria. And the smell would, like, permeate classrooms. It was, like, so overpowering.
Is that in elementary school or middle school?
Elementary.
I do not remember that. But
And
okay.
it was awful. So I literally don't eat sauerkraut. I can't. Because it just, the thought of eating it makes me nauseous. So, kind of probably has nothing to do with, like, actual sauerkraut, because I'm sure, like, school lunch sauerkraut is probably, like, a gross version of sauerkraut, but, like, you know what I mean? But, like, I just can't.
Sure. Also for people that may not know our story enough, based on my question to Amy, yes, we did go to elementary, middle, and high school together. And in fact, we're in the same 4th grade class.
Yes, which we didn't know until after we were together for like a long ass time.
Yeah, because it took a while for me to find that picture.
Yeah, but we had pictures from our 4th grade class, and like learned inadvertently that we were in each other's same class, and we didn't know.
And Amy had quite the little attitude in that one picture.
Things don't change sometimes.
Standing there with her hand on her hip like this.
Yep.
So funny. I, on the other hand, was always this awkward.
Oh, fuck. You're not awkward.
Sometimes. You're only as awkward as you feel. Hence why I said I've always been this awkward.
I will say, we did
Shit.
also learn that in my 4th grade yearbook, I circled his face of one of the many people whose faces I circled because they were nice to me.
That's true.
So he was nice.
There you go. And then everything changed.
And you're the one who's awkward. I'm the one who circled people's faces in my yearbook because they were nice to me.
I mean, you know. That's fine.
Fucked up.
That's fine. It's fine. I'm the one who you called a chump.
That's true.
When for our high school yearbook,
Yeah.
when that one girl, I'm not going to use her name because she didn't ask for that.
Okay, there was this really pretty, super sweet and awesome girl who we went to high school with.
She was very nice.
Just like the nicest person you'd ever meet.
Yeah.
Very pretty and like generally a cool person, right?
Yeah, we had a class together. We used to like talk and hang out among a group of people.
And in our
Junior year. Because she was a senior.
Okay, she was a senior, and in his junior year, in his yearbook, did she give you her phone number? Okay, she actually gave him her phone number. She's a senior, he's a junior, and this girl, who anyone would be lucky to have, gave him her phone number in his yearbook, and he never called.
Sure didn't.
Who the fuck does that?
Your husband, that's who.
Who the fuck does that? I would love to know. Who the fuck does that? Nobody gave me their phone number. Nobody wanted me to call them. They didn't even want to interact with me in person. Okay. This dude gets this amazing girl's phone number and then just never calls.
Nope, sure didn't.
Okay.
She was really nice. I liked, getting to
Whatever.
chat with her. Whatever.
I don't even want to talk about it. You're fucked up.
Oh my god. Thank you, Emma. Appreciate that.
Emma says, now you know how high Joe's standards are, Amy. Tongue sticky outy face. Thank you, Emma. That's very sweet. Boom, Emma places.
See?
No, but you guys don't understand. Okay?
God damn it. I should never have brought this up. Go on.
Super pretty, nicest person you'll ever meet in your life. And then he's with me instead. Like, what does that say?
Wasn't her twin sister, like, awful, though?
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Her
ridiculous.
twin sister was a total bitch.
Her twin sister was the opposite of her. Like, when does that ever happen?
It happens sometimes.
But yeah, she was. I remember that she was a bitch. I remember that.
Hob says, oh gods, I felt that in my soul. I gotta go back because I don't know where I'm at. Winter says, the fact that stuff like the Mew truck rumor was so widespread by word of mouth alone, pre-internet era, is so amazing to me.
It's true. Yeah.
Hob says, I meant the internet did exist, but not in the way we know it today.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Cody says, I had an interesting dinner tonight. Potato and celery root puree.
Ooh.
Warmly fancy. With shrimp and caper brown butter sauce. Ooh. Okay. How was it? Hob says, Amy? No, surely not. No. In all seriousness, this story is super adorable. scallops, but shrimp was cheaper, so we used that instead. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, we can actually get bay scallops around here for around $10 if they're on sale. So I stock up if they are because, I never buy sea scallops because those are expensive as fuck. But, and I will say they went way up because before COVID they were $6.99 for a pound of bay scallops, and now they're $10 if you're lucky and can find them. I don't buy shrimp because he's allergic.
I am allergic to shrimp.
Yeah. So they might be cheaper. I don't know.
Amy gets shrimp for herself when I'm out of town for whatever reason. That's what she's like. Oh, I'm having this amazing dinner of shrimp and mushrooms because I hate mushrooms.
Well, now I learned I might not be able to really eat mushrooms because one of the people who I follow on Instagram, on Gluten Free for All's Instagram.
Link in the description down below. Go check it out.
Please. Said that a lot of mushrooms are grown in wheat and rye straw, like hay. So you never really know whether they're gluten free or not, which sucks.
Sure does.
So yeah. Good to know. Let's see. Cody said, yeah. And flat out forgot the lemon juice.
Oh no.
Oops. Do you really need it? I mean, yeah, it'll probably drastically change the taste, but I'm sure it was delicious without it. Blake says, oh, I read that already.
Damn.
No, I did not. Bahaha, yo, high school drama on fleek right now. Wow. Thanks, Blake.
I mean, hey, if you remember correctly, if we told the story of the night that we went to our junior prom, that story took forever. We're not going to, I don't think maybe we have time to tell it now. But anyway, that story made people have their, like, jaws on the floor because of how ridiculous that story was. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm not thinking of the right thing then, because, well, I mean, nothing puts my jaw on the floor, but...
No. Well, you were there. I'm just saying when we told the story to friends of ours.
Yeah.
In fact, the girlfriend of our friend that lives in Maryland. She was, like, flabbergasted.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
So I don't know what the story is necessarily, but okay. I mean, I feel like it has to be what I'm thinking of, but I just don't think it's that shocking. Blake says, boom, Emma. I read that already.
Yes, you did.
Hobbs says, oh gods, I felt that in my soul. Winter says, she was the nicest and prettiest girl ever. Well, clearly she wasn't, since you're the one he put a ring on. LOL. Thanks,
Amen.
Winter. That's very sweet.
She knows.
He just doesn't have good taste, is what that means. Or he just didn't read his fucking yearbook. It's probably more likely. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was the desperate for friends kid that definitely read their yearbook. But not in junior year. In freshman or sophomore year I was.
Well, and when we would, I mean, you know, we would get our yearbook signed towards the end of the school year, and I was typically busy during the summers, so I would, like, get my yearbook, get it signed, and then not read it because I then left. I went away for 2 months to be with folks like Blake and Emma. So
yeah. Let's see. Blake says, you guys don't understand. Amy is the weird friend. I am the weird friend.
That's the creepy friend?
Yes, I am also the creepy friend and the weird friend and the fucked up person.
Jesus.
She's not your friend.
Wow.
Well, I'm your friend, Blake, but I mean, like, you know what I mean. Fucked up.
Oh my God.
Emma says, Joe, it's the evil twin phenomenon.
Fair.
It really was.
That's a good point. Yeah, it was very weird.
Polar opposites.
So strange.
You guys know I'm like bitchy or bitchy adjacent. And then like on a good day, I'm like, okay. You know, but this girl never had a non-bitch day.
No.
She was 100% bitch. Coming from a bitch, that means something. Emma says it happened literally every time, according to like every show.
Well,
Exactly.
and if I remember correctly, it genuinely was that like the girl that I'm talking about who wrote in my yearbook had like, you know, wore like light colors and was like, again, bright and happy. And then the sister wore like the dark clothing. It was like really like broody and
Right,
awful
she
and
hung
mean.
out with my friends. The goth kids.
Yep.
Hobbs says, I mean, my twins have things in common, like all my kids, but they are very different people.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Cody says, it was amazing. Too bad seafood is so expensive. Yeah. Well, I mean, nowadays every food is so expensive. So, fuck us, I guess. Or we'd eat like that more often. Glad I'm not the only one who hates mushrooms.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, I can't stand them. I don't like the texture. Like, and it's truly just a preference thing, as opposed to shrimp, where I would be ill if I ate shrimp. Not good.
Hobbs says, oh, Hazel, twin one, has been obsessed with the Nutcracker Ballet lately for some reason.
That's adorable.
And had been asking for a Clara Stuffy.
Stuffy, like a stuffed animal.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a French thing or something. I don't know. And we found one today that was also a fox, her favorite animal.
Nice.
Oh, that's
wow.
awesome.
Perfect.
Good. And she adores it. Cool. So
Very
what
cute.
is Twin 2 obsessed with? Winter says, I can't afford a yearbook, or I couldn't afford a yearbook, so I always had people sign my shoes. Cool.
That is cool.
I love that. Yeah, I would make my own most years. Like, I would take like a marble notebook and have people sign that and stuff. So, but I would like decorate it and stuff sometimes. It was real ratchet though. Blake says to be weird in the forest.
That's what I would leave for 2 months for in the summers.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right. You're the creepy friend. I'm very much the weird friend. Oh, okay, Blake. That's fine. I'll concede that to you. I'll keep just the creepy. I'm okay with it.
Damn it, man. Sorry.
I'm moving up in the world.
Is creepy better than weird? I don't...
Well, no. I went from creepy and weird to just creepy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Winter says those twins need a TV show. Amazing. They
In fact,
really do.
I found her again recently on Facebook. The good twin, if we're going by that route. She's from the looks of it, of course. She's married with 2 kids or 3 kids, and she's doing really well.
Yeah.
Which seems great. I'm happy for her.
Yeah. She deserves the best.
Oh yeah.
Hobbs says Lydia likes bunnies and doing the opposite of what she's told. Let me guess, she came out second. Blake says, I hate this mic. Laughing face. Not judging.
No, understandable. We hate
Yeah.
it too. It's not, it's not permanent.
Yeah, we're trying, Blake. We're doing the best we can. We're sorry.
Again, it's a lot better than what the other one was, which was loud-ass, terrible static.
Yeah, and it appeared to not be picking up our audio at all.
Shit. Yes.
Hub says, yup. Yeah, I can tell. Middle child to middle child kind of dealing. I guess she's not a middle child because you have five kids? How many is it? Or 4? Winter says, I could hear your voices in the static, but couldn't make out what you were saying. Okay, gotcha. Nice.
That was terrifying. Didn't like that.
You're good at this.
I mean, for how many times I've played this particular level today, I don't know that everyone would agree with you, but...
Well, it seems good to me. You saw how well I was able to do.
It was literally your first time.
Who says this isn't your first time?
The people who watched me play this game last week and heard me tell stories about playing this game as a child.
Well, it sounds like a flaw in what you said, not...
In telling the truth?
Exactly.
That's what I get for not mitigating the opportunity and, assuming that I would have done poorly, so I should have lied. Beginner's luck.
Winter says voices in the static would make a good album name.
I heard that.
Great one.
Mm-hmm.
Blake says, can I hear the static version real quick for science?
No.
JK.
You cannot.
No, we can't. We're not going to mess this up now. Sorry. You can watch it on the VoD.
That's true, actually. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get rid of it in the VoD, so unfortunately it might be there.
Well, we did stop streaming and then start streaming.
Doesn't matter. It's still on the same thing.
Okay. Well, I tried. Hub said they turned 3 in November, so there's behavior issues across the board, combined with my oldest being a moody 7-year-old and my 5-year-old son not realizing his body is bigger than it used to be. Yes, I definitely had that phase, but not when I was 5.
Bull in a china shop style? That's great.
I had that phase when I was 9, I want to say, or no, 11, something like that.
I had that phase in my awkward teenage years, but I got injured all the time.
Yeah.
I was on crutches. I had like arm braces and stuff. A lot. In fact, I remember a girl, and maybe Amy, maybe you'll remember who she is without me saying her name, by saying that she is the high school, the person that we went to high school with who has I believe an Emmy now.
Oh, yes.
I remember her saying to me one day in school, she was like, "You're just always injured. Like every time I see you, you have like some type of a brace on, or you're on crutches, or all of the above." Like, she had me pegged, man. She knew it. Don't take that out of context. Anyway,
Another girl who, if you had gotten her phone number.
Oh, she was great.
You should have fucking.
She was great. I liked her a lot. She's a great girl.
Anyway. So Bob says, shouldn't be flung at people and things at high speeds. Oh, your 5-year-old? But still, on the whole, they're better behaved than most kids, given the stories I've heard and people we've seen.
Sure.
Blake says, I heard that pegged context.
No, no, no. Damn it. Game over. So close.
Yeah. My hair was choking me.
Don't. So anyway, I guess we can tell that story because we have a little bit of time now. The way that our high school worked was the big prom was the junior prom. Like we still had a senior prom, but I know that like again, at least from watching like movies and TV shows, that like a lot of schools have the senior prom be their big prom.
Right.
For us, junior prom was the big prom. It was at like a local wedding venue, basically, and there was like dance floor and like a seating. Like you had your table that you were sitting at with your friends and stuff. Did they have food? Did they serve food? Or just like water and like sodas or something like that?
I don't think.
I know they
At
served.
junior prom, there was a buffet, I believe.
Was there?
Because I remember there being like a big table. We didn't spend a lot of time there.
We did not. But we went to junior prom as friends.
Yeah. Maybe that was senior prom.
Senior prom, yes, I think so. Senior prom was different. Senior prom was very different.
Drastically different. Yeah. So I don't recall if there was food at junior prom.
I don't either. Again, we know there were drinks, so we'll tell why in a moment, but like why we remember that, I should say.
I thought that was at senior prom.
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay. So then there was definitely food at junior prom then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went with a group of friends. In fact,
I didn't really because I couldn't afford the limo, so my dad took me. But like in the car, didn't like take me to prom. That's gross. But
will you find the picture of us? Yeah, he drove you there, is what you mean.
right.
There we are. Oh, I'll have to go full screen again. Hold on. Okay, I paused it. Put this back up. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that was us going to junior prom together.
Blake says, "What a couple of hunks." Thanks, Blake. I've always wanted to be called that. And Bob says, "Dog."
So yeah, again, we went just as friends. That picture was taken outside of my parents' house because we all met at my parents' house, got together to take pictures. There are a lot of other pictures in the album of our other friends that obviously we won't be showing, but we like got together to like go in the limo. But I think it was, I guess, because your dad didn't want to pay like for the limo.
Correct.
Or pay your portion for the limo, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, joke's on him. Most of the people in that group with us didn't pay for the limo.
Yeah.
My
Well, most of those people couldn't have afforded to either.
Yes, correct.
So.
Correct.
I mean, I don't really know why any of y'all expected that, but.
I mean, my parents knew no better. They were just like, "Oh, your friends, you know."
Right.
And jokingly, right? Because they're not like bitter about it or anything, but jokingly, my mom every once in a while will be like, "Oh, you know, we still never got paid back for that limo or whatever." And like I said, she didn't actually care, but.
Yeah, it really does suck that I didn't get to go in the limo with you guys.
I agree. And then when we went to junior prom our senior year, because we had two friends who were juniors who were going together, and so basically when they filled out the paperwork to go to prom, the guy took Amy, quote unquote took Amy, and the girl took me, and then basically they got to go together, but we got to be there as well.
Right.
We went in the limo, but then no, you and I didn't go in the limo.
Right.
We just drove just the two of us in my car. And then on the way back, we took those two friends with us in the car because they didn't want to go back in the limo for whatever reason.
I assume it's a lot more money to have the limo stick around and wait for you.
Well, no. The limo existed still going back. They just chose not to take it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, whatever. I don't know about that because I never afforded being able to go in the limo.
Those two friends are getting married this year.
They are. Winter says that guy has no idea how many hours he's going to spend playing God of War.
It's true. He really doesn't. He really doesn't.
What guy?
Me. The picture of us that you just saw.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's very true.
That's right. That girl doesn't know how many hours she's going to spend looking at Magic the Gathering, because at that time, if you had told her that, she would have told you were crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right?
Yep. Blake says, I love that this is story time with diegetic Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. Hobbs says, if you need a tuxedo for your junior prom, we can sell you the best one that's made in Taiwan. We got jackets with patches on the elbows too, and we'll sell them all factory direct to you. Apparently that's a jingle or something.
Oops. Oh god, there we go.
Alright, so he's saying, or Google is saying diegetic is a sound in a movie, television program, etc., occurring within the context of the story. The music used is strictly diegetic. Okay. Gotcha. Well, one of the things that we talked about when we played this last week was the fact that I definitely had heard this music before, regardless of the fact that I had not seen the game before, so...
Yeah.
Bob says, I only ever went to my junior prom, and my date, who I had been seeing for a few months, dumped me the week after and said she would have done sooner, except as a freshman she wouldn't have been able to go.
Wow.
Lovely.
So she used you to get to prom? It's rude.
Very nice.
Super rude.
Oh, that song was Weird Al, King of Suede, parody of King of Pain by the Police.
Huh.
Interesting. I have an Alanis Morissette album where she did a cover of that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So interestingly, we went to that junior prom, and our junior prom, where you saw that picture of us, and we went just as friends. One of our other friends who was there went to prom with this guy that she was dating at the time, and most of the time through the course of the night, he didn't spend any time with her, like at all. In fact, he was downstairs in the venue watching two of our other friends make out the whole time.
Which is weird.
It was very weird, supremely weird. And when we went to the post-prom party, he came with us. I mean, we all went in the limo and everything. So he came with us, and he, again, continued to not spend any time with her, and then at one point left and said to myself and a group of people that he was with, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go, but, like, don't tell my girlfriend that I'm leaving. I'm just going to leave.
Which is fucked up.
And it was like, oh, okay. So, sure enough.
Wait, they were dating?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No, I thought they just went to prom together.
Nope.
That's super fucked up.
Yep.
Why would he say don't tell her I'm leaving?
Because he didn't want to. He didn't want her to try to stop him, I guess.
Wow.
And he lived he lived walking distance from the school, which is where the post prom party was. So he literally just walked home. He just left the school and walked home.
Okay, well that's pretty fucked up. I didn't realize to what extent that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so instead, she and I had spent most of the night together. You were hanging out with your friends during that prom a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you and I hung out occasionally, but again, we were there as friends. So, like, we didn't spend the majority of our time together, but towards the end of the night, at the prom itself, not the post-prom party, but at the prom itself, towards the end of the night, when we were hanging out, was when we were, like, going around, like, trolling for something to drink because we were, like, dying of thirst.
Yeah.
Because even if you sat back down at the table, the waiter or waitress or whatever who had been going around had stopped doing that a while ago because nobody was sitting at the tables anymore. And we didn't have more water, despite the fact that we were
dancing all night long.
Yeah, so we were very thirsty. But anyway, so, you know, we had gotten back together to, like, you know, hang out and talk and stuff at that point. But otherwise, when Amy was off dancing with her friends, I was off with this girl and another friend of ours who had gone stag. For people who are unfamiliar with the term, that means he went by himself without a date to the prom, and just, again, among us group of friends. He and I hung out with this girl whose boyfriend was off watching other people make out for some reason. And sure enough, our friend who was the girl of the duo that were making out mentioned, like, that he literally was just sitting across from them, just watching them make out. Like, they didn't ask him to be there. He didn't, like, he just was there.
But then why didn't they just, like, stop and tell him to go away?
I'm sure the guy didn't notice. Our friend did, because, you know, that's just who she is. That, like, be like, why is he sitting there like that watching us? But I'm sure the guy didn't notice.
Wow. Okie doke.
But anyway, and so when we went to the post-prom party then, and that girl was there that I had been spending most of the night with, when we left or when we were leaving to go home, the guy who went stag and I went with my dad, because my dad basically had said, you know, when I come pick you up from, like, call me when you're ready, when you're done at the party, and anybody that needs a ride home, anybody at all, let me know and I'm happy to drive them home. That's just kind of who my dad was. That, you know, was always his thing. And so the guy who went stag asked if he could get a ride. So we were saying goodbye to the girl that we'd been spending time with. In fact, you I had already said goodbye to, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe, had you left already? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
But you were back inside still. I had said goodbye to you and went out to meet up with my dad. And he took this guy and I home. But we were saying goodbye to the girl that we were hanging out with. And she like hugged, him goodbye. And, said, whatever, I'll see you Monday. And then she hugged me goodbye and held on to that hug for like a lot longer than you would expect a hug to be held at that point.
Yeah.
To the point where it was like a little awkward. And so, because the other guy was still standing there waiting for us to finish hugging. And she had hugged him first, like, like a brief, like, bye friend, I'll see ya, pat him on the back. And then like hugged me for like a long time.
Yeah.
So that girl turned out to be less than a week later, I guess, turned out to be my first girlfriend. We were not together for very long, but she's a great girl. We still, it's been a while since we talked to her.
Yeah.
But we should check in with her and see how she's doing.
She lives on the West Coast as well.
She does live on the West Coast, yes.
Do you want me to keep going in chat? Or?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's mostly the end of the story, I feel like. We could kind of talk a bit, I suppose, about how that happened, but yeah, go for it.
Cody says, wow, that's cold. Talking about Hobbs' junior prom experience.
Yes, very cold. I agree.
It's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Winter says, I never went to prom. My school screwed it up so bad.
Wow.
Only about 25 people attended.
Wow.
That's also terrible.
Yeah.
Cody says, I'm sorry, Hob.
Yeah, me too.
Hob says, to be fair, we really had little in common except making out, and we were amicable for the rest of our time in school.
Good.
Okay.
That's good.
I don't know why you'd be amicable with that person, but, good that you were.
I assume because Hob took the high ground about it and just,
Cody says, that's good. Hob says, wow, that's terrible.
The thing of him leaving her at the prom that I told. Yeah.
Winter says, my school's prom tickets were $200 each, and it was being held at a weird venue an hour away in a part of the city that was known to be dangerous at night.
Wow.
Nobody knows what they were thinking.
My guess, and it's purely a guess because I don't know your town or anything, but my guess is the venue probably came cheap.
Yeah.
And so
well, not if they were charging $200 a ticket for these kids. That
Why not?
definitely can't afford that.
Why not? If they were getting $200 a pop and then only had to pay like 50% of that for the venue, that means the other 50% is pure profit for the school to be able to use on like other things to benefit the school.
Why not? Because no one can afford to go.
Well, that's also fair, but
like only 25 people can afford to go.
Look, I don't know if you recall, but when we went to senior prom, at that point we were dating, we took photos, like professional photos. They had a photographer there, and I had to like fill out paperwork or whatever, and he saw my name on the paperwork. At this point, we'd been together for like 2 months, maybe.
Yeah.
And he saw my name on the paperwork, and he was like, all right, Mr. Mastro, why don't you come stand over here? And then he calls over Amy, and he's like, and Mrs. Mastro, why don't you come stand over here?
Because I didn't fill out the paper. He filled out the paper with his information. So he had no idea what my name was. So he called me Mrs. Mastro, and I was just like, okay.
I was like, dude, chill. 2 months we've been together.
Spoilers, he foretold the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He was the first one, but not the last.
But he knew.
To call you that. Yeah, it's so funny. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Hob says, this deep Joe and Amy lore is wild.
I told you people were shocked when they heard the story.
Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Winter says the venue was not cheap. It was the Seattle Aquarium. My town is full of poor farmers. The school's budget was destroyed.
Wow.
Oh my God, Winter,
That sucks.
I'm so sorry.
That sucks.
Maybe they did it as like a way of like gaining publicity for the school. So they tried to pick a venue that was like well known, even to maybe people in other states and stuff like that. That would like, you know, bring more like notoriety or like bring more like just publicity to the fact that the prom was being held there and like what your school was, where it was, because they thought that like they would end up getting like more money from the community that way. That's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, there just literally was nowhere else. Were there other venues in the area that they could have chosen?
Alright, well, can't do it now.
My shoulder crack was glorious.
Oh, good. Congrats.
Now my arm's gonna feel weird for the rest of the night while it goes back to normal.
Yeah.
She says, no, there was no publicity. I don't know why they would even want publicity. There were countless other venues they could have had. Wow. That's so awkward.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so sorry. It almost sounds like maybe the person who was in charge of it like waited till the last minute and then they just like Googled a nearby venue and they just picked the first one that came up. And it only came up because even though it's so far away, it's like the most well-known
Popular, yeah.
place. So it was the first one that came up. Rob says they just really wanted to an under the sea dance. Maybe they really did just want an under the sea dance. Winter says our theory is that someone on the school board was some rich person who couldn't accept they were in a prison town. My school was right next door to the state penitentiary. LOL.
Wow. Yeah, it's like someone who's like not aware of where they are, basically. Like, just no situational awareness whatsoever.
We had a jail near our school too.
Not that close, though. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. You're right. But that's the local jail, not the state penitentiary.
Well, I mean,
that was the county jail.
Is it the state penitentiary? It's something that was pretty close to us too.
That I don't know.
Like a half hour to an hour away.
Sure. But yeah, like right up the hill, you're right, was the county jail.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's affectionately referred to as Club Med by some, so.
Winter says our school colors were orange and black too. So
wow.
Football games were full of students wearing orange jumpsuits. It was great.
Amazing.
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 Hob says, what the actual fuck? Yep.
Ooh, Jesus. That was scary.
Winter says, there was a good number of kids that would graduate and within a year end up next door.
Yep.
And their friends would go visit them. They were confirmed the prison food was better than the cafeteria. Oh my god. Man, I have so many stories about my school's relationship to that prison. LOL. Oh my god, Winter. Jesus, I'm so sorry.
No. Jesus.
Hub says, is that where a lot of the faculty and or students ended up? Hey-o.
Hey-o. Yeah. But yeah, by the time, so like we went to junior prom as friends, but by the time there was, oh, in fact, we went to Snowball as friends as well, correct? We weren't dating at that point.
Correct.
So that was senior year. We went to a dance together that would have been the winter of 2005 to 2006.
Yeah.
Somewhere around
So
there.
that was like right before we started dating.
Correct. And then once we were dating, we went to 2 more proms together as an actual couple. Junior prom our senior year and senior prom. But yeah, so we went to 4 dances together, half as just friends and half together.
Right.
Nice.
I guess I really liked dancing with you or something.
Maybe. Then we did it again a few years later. But then Blake was there and Emma was there. Because that's when we got married, for anybody that doesn't get that ham-fisted reference.
That was a number of years later.
Yes. Many, many, many years later.
Thank you. Winter says, honestly, yeah, LOL. Our homecoming king ended up there after pulling an incredible bank heist. That
Wow.
was something out of a Looney Tunes skit.
That's amazing.
Wow. Hob says, oh, I gotta hear this. Amazing. Winter says, heist. Fatal flaw was that he tried to get away in a rubber dinghy boat in a river that flowed at 5 miles per hour. Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like Looney Tunes. Okay. Cody says, my hometown was the opposite of a prison town. The downtown bus terminal was where they dropped off the freshly released former inmates. You can guess how well that went. Spoiler alert, not well.
Fair.
And Hob says, I can hear the Carl Stalling score in my head. I don't know what that means either, but that's okay. Are we going to try and wrap up now that it's 10 o'clock, or are we going to try and go long because we were late?
That one.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, I don't want to, cheat people out of a stream because we had issues.
Yeah, it's not really fair.
No. I mean, it's not an ideal situation with the audio being crappy to begin with, but...
Yeah. That's true, too.
But it means that hopefully next week we can start 2, and we'll just continue playing through 1 today, and then we can talk a bit about what you think about 2 when it starts, and then we can talk more about what you thought about this game after this, basically.
Gotcha. Winter says, we hired about 30 people from Craigslist to all wear the same painter's uniform and loiter around outside the bank to cause confusion.
You said we?
Oh, yeah, I was very confused. He hired about 30 people from Craigslist to all wear the same painter's uniform and loiter around outside the bank to cause confusion when he wore the same thing and robbed it. Interesting. He's creative. I'll give him that. Not great at robbing banks, but he's creative. Emma says this run is gonna be it, Joe. You got the princess this time.
I'm gonna do my best.
Hub says most of the great Looney Tunes shorts from the 40s and 50s were scored by either Carl Stalling or Milt Franklin.
Shit.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I was too focused on the one-up, and I jumped right into that piranha flower's mouth. Or piranha plant's mouth.
Winter says, we were outside eating lunch when it happened. Suddenly, there were helicopters flying over the town, and we were like, huh, that's weird. He became a legend.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
We had 3 guys one morning who decided it would be a really good idea for their quote-unquote senior prank to break into the lot that housed all of the buses. Do you remember this story?
No.
And use like a tool that they had, like maybe one of their dads was a mechanic or something, but they used a tool that they had to deflate some of the bus tires.
Okay.
In the locked bus lot, whether they jumped a fence or whatever, I don't recall. There wasn't social media as much back then, but they somehow bragged about it enough where that's how they got caught, was because they bragged about it.
Stupid as shit.
But turns out tampering with the administration of like the school day or whatever is like a real big crime.
Oh.
And they got arrested for that.
Wow.
Like big time. Like it wasn't just vandalism, which is what it would have been, and like breaking and entering or whatever. It was like interfering with the administration of education or something like that.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It was a big deal. Big deal. To be fair, like the guy who like masterminded the whole thing was a piece of garbage. So he deserved it. The guys that he brought along with him, you know, them I could hear arguments for why they didn't deserve that, but like I said, the mastermind behind it was, you know, deserved it.
Winter said it was just a prank, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you say, right? Then you can't be prosecuted.
Right. Oh. Yeah, senior pranks aren't a good idea, guys.
No.
Turns out.
Nope. I did like, I don't know if it was a senior prank, but I did like the prank that somebody pulled where one day after it snowed, they went on the football field and just walked along in the snow to create, with their footprints, an image of a dick, like a massive dick on the football field.
Yes.
That's funny.
That's great. I love that.
That is a harmless, hilarious prank.
Yeah, I didn't do anything like that. I'm not a prank person. I don't appreciate pranks. I did do senior cut day.
Sure, same.
But I mean, I cut a lot of days, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I never really cut like a full day. I cut select classes because I didn't want to go to them, or more like I was having a really good time with my friends, like during a certain period or whatever, and then the bell rang and I just didn't want to leave, so I didn't, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. My friend Tom was disabled. He was my best friend back in high school, and he had an aide that would go around the school with him to help him with his bags or when he had to go to the restroom and things like that. And his aide worked for the district, right? He worked for the school. He got paid to do that. He wasn't like paid by Tom's family or anything. And the number of times that his aide would come into the cafeteria towards the end of a period and see, he would like look at the table, and we'd have like magic cards all over the table, and he'd look at the table and he'd go, seems like you guys have a pretty big deal game going on here. And we were like, yeah, it's amazing, like this is happening, and so he was like, all right, well, Tom, he's like, I just checked, and I think the elevator's broken, and your wheelchair can't get up the stairs, so I guess I'm just gonna have to go to your next class and like pick up your assignment for you, because you're not going to be able to make it to class. You're stuck here in the cafeteria. So I'll go let your teacher know. He was the best. What a cool dude he was.
Okay, it was the worst because like the elevator was always broken.
The elevator was, to be fair, always broken, which is really shitty for the fact that sometimes Tom actually did need to go to class.
So like, to have him be like, oh, the elevator's broken, was kind of shitty because it was like, okay, seriously though, like, because I'm pretty sure that there were times where like it had literally just been fixed,
mm-hmm.
and it actually was working perfectly fine,
mm-hmm.
and then,
he just decided to do that.
Yeah. And I'm sure, like, it meant that, like, someone called the repair guy back.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. The teacher, that one teacher was not going to, like, make a report or something over the fact that, like, Mr. So-and-so said that the elevator was broken. They just took his word for it because he worked for the school. Okay. So they just took his word for it and moved on.
Okay, well, if I was the teacher who kept getting told that, I would have called about it. Sure. But, that's me. And our teachers weren't me.
No.
So I guess not. Hobbs says, Schrodinger's douchebag. It's just a joke, unless he can get away with it not being.
Yep.
Emma says, you got this, Joe. LOL, princess or bust.
Thank you. Damn it. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Cody says, good one, Hob. Winter says, the senior prank the year before us ended in cops getting called, so we weren't allowed to do literally anything.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it does.
Emma says, what a bro, LOL.
Yeah, he was great. He was the best. What a great guy.
Winter says, our prank ended up being all the seniors bringing a watermelon to school and then denying that there were watermelons everywhere. Our watermelons got confiscated for being potential weapons.
Wow.
Amazing. The watermelons were considered evidence, so they all had to be stored in the principal's office. So in a way, they pranked themselves. Principal's office was full of 300 melons. That's amazing.
That's a great prank. That's a great prank.
Because if you ever said, fuck that principal, that day was your day.
Yeah.
Because that principal had the worst day of his life, or her life, or whoever's life. They were in that fucking office, just
surrounded by watermelons.
To the brim with watermelons. Hob says, where's Gallagher when you need him?
Right? Public service right there.
Winter says many of the melons had messages written on them too. Lots of profanity.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Hell
Amazing. Yeah. Love that.
Me too. All right, get through this level, Tiny Mario. You can do it. Okay, well, anyway, let's try that again.
Cody says, or not, LOL.
All right. We did it. Second try.
Nice.
All right. One life to live.
That's a soap opera.
Final stage on World 2. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But it's also my current reality.
Marcus says, nope. About the last.
Yeah.
Not this level. This level's going to be great.
Bowser, stop shooting your fire at me. Oh, there's the bridge. Got there. But guess what, Amy? Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Raise your hand if you flipped off Toad when he said that to you. Oh, nice. Perfect. Aha! Suck it, Hammer Bros.
Well.
The springs get me every time. But we were on World 3-1. That's a bullet bill, not a hammer bro.
Killed Mario.
It sure did. Alright. Okay, well.
So, other than Fizzy Star being sick, and the current political climate being what it is,
Yeah.
how is everyone doing?
Son of a bitch. Also, actually, C. Hollander, you still here? People can also answer Amy's question. I'm curious if C. Holland is still here.
It is a little late for C. Holland, so
I truly don't blame him. We can always check in with him. Trust me, it's going to be a long 4 years. I will have the ability to ask him this question some other time.
Yeah. You know something?
What?
I'm a history nerd.
That's true. I didn't.
I always loved looking in history textbooks and seeing that page, and you guys know what that page is, or a couple of pages really, where it's just a page with pictures of every president that the US has ever had and their names. And I have always really liked looking at that page and going like, look at these cool guys who, ran our country. And I'm hopefully never going to encounter a new history textbook where I have to look at that page.
No.
And I've thought about that a number of times.
Fair.
Because I don't think I want to see a page with current presidents on it.
For sure.
Like, I'd really like to see Obama on there. But after that, I don't think I ever want to see another one of those pages.
Sure, yeah.
So. Anyway. Cody says, isn't there a cheat code that'll load the last level you died in? Would make things faster.
Probably.
Heck if we know what it is. Emma says, you could try the SNES version of this game. I hear it's more generous. Also, Super Mario All-Stars for the SNES has fancy new versions of the first 3 Super Mario games and lost levels. Ooh.
Nice.
By new, I mean like 1992.
Yeah. Yeah, this is truly just a port of the original. We're sort of getting there.
Hob says, the only thing I like about the Gen 3 trendy sayings is how ridiculous you can make people sound by claiming nonsense is trendy.
Yeah, it is pretty dumb.
Gen 3?
Yeah, Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like Dewford Town or whatever.
Oh, yeah, where they're like, here, make a saying, and you're like, none of these words make sense, and
Correct.
I hate you.
Correct. And like, yeah, and you had like a million choices, and then later on in the game, it would affect like one NPC that you found or one area that you found, where like whatever the trendy saying was that you made up, was the one that they would just repeat over and over again.
Yeah. Emma says, are people saying Snorlax microwave?
Yep.
Harv says, although I think I hate a new evil, but, figuring out bad dragon is a valid trendy saying.
Sure.
Emma says, I hear that is all the rage.
Yeah. So, by the way,
Snorlax.
although I think I hit a new evil by figuring out bad dragon is a valid trendy saying.
Oh, okay. What do you mean by valid trendy saying?
Like,
did certain ones not work?
Well, because if the word doesn't exist as like one of the choices.
Okay.
Because you still have to like go down the line. Why'd you kick it that way? Kick it that way.
We're over here kicking it.
Not so much. We're over here doing the same thing over and over again for 2 hours.
We're kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
And then dying again. Cody says lost levels is twice as hard by design. Not good for blind runs.
Correct. But I've seen some of them played. Like, I wouldn't make Amy do it, but I would try them. I mean, look at how skilled I am.
Hob says, seeing the kid in Dewford brag about the Bad Dragon merchandise makes me cackle.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Dragon is an adult toy company, for those who don't know. I did not
either.
Winter says, I'd make the trendy saying be a quote from the Vaporeon copy pasta. What is a copy pasta?
That might be better explained by somebody else, I think.
You guys are saying lots of things I don't understand tonight. Cody says, please, God, no. Fast again. Cody says, you don't want to know.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Winter says a copy pasta is a thing that people on the internet copy and paste everywhere.
Yeah, and Vaporeon, for some reason, is
Winter says the Vaporeon copy pasta is
yeah, there are people who, like, surprisingly large number of people, I guess, who are as Hop says.
People perving on Poke. Got it.
Yeah, there are some people who are like sexually attracted to Vaporeon, and it's real weird.
Why Vaporeon?
Don't ask me, man.
I don't even get that.
Same.
I mean, I don't get any of it, but
Fair.
especially that.
Yeah.
I don't even like Vaporeon. Pop says that's all you need to know. Winter says someone very enthusiastic about Vaporeon breeding. Emma says, I mean, Vaporeon is cool and all,
Yeah.
but Porygon has got it going on. Oh my god. Well, if this chat devolves very quickly, I'm gonna stop reading it. Emma says, Porygon is all I want and I've ever waited for, and I've waited for so long.
I was like, come on, it's a song, you know this.
I can't. Hob says Vaporeon is my favorite water type, and this just makes it harder to say that.
For sure.
Cody says, oh no, crying laughing face. And Winter says, Joe and Amy Pokemon Smash or pass when?
Never. Literally never.
No. Emma says,
We'll leave it to Markiplier or whoever the hell did it, but the answer will be pass literally every time. So if you want us to sit there and read off names of Pokemon and say pass afterwards, then we can absolutely make that video if that's really what people want.
The answer is, I don't fuck cartoons or animals, so Emma says, Stacy can't you see? You're not the girl for me.
Okay.
I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Porygon.
It's very good. That's very good.
Hob says, like, okay, there are Mon where fully anthropomorphic and intelligent enough to consent, I wouldn't turn down. Okay, no more. That's the end. Emma says you'd pass up on Metapod? Oh my god. Please. I can't. Please.
Ooh, nice hit. Hey, you know what's interesting? It's actually been a little bit, but there is a person right now watching through our Pokemon Red. I was going to say Fire Red, but no, that would be much more recent. Our Pokemon Red playthrough, and like really enjoying it, and that's always so cool to see. Hob, in fact, was one of those people who was like a little bit later, right? I mean, late's not really the word, but like showed up not while the episodes were being uploaded week to week, and we were able to track their journey through the episodes by reading their comments that they left on each episode. And again, it's been a bit since people have done that. Like, people keep finding Pokemon Red Episode 1 because of how I mean, it's literally the most popular video we've ever made on YouTube.
By a lot.
Yes, and so obviously thank you all for that, by the way. For any of you that watched that.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, don't worry about it. I mean, thank you for watching us right now as well.
If you didn't, go watch it.
Yeah, there you go. On this channel. In fact, if you sort it, you can sort it by popular on the, talk about Wicked being out right now.
You know about popular.
Yeah. You could sort it by popular under the videos tab, and it'll be the first video there. You don't have to go searching for it.
No.
Okay. All right. Come on, World 3-4.
Winter says the Star Bomb has a great animated music video for their Pokemon Smash or Pass song. Highly recommend.
Nice. Do you know who Starbomb is, Amy?
Yes, I do. but I will pass on that as well. As the Pokemon. I do like Starbomb, but I do not want to watch a Pokemon Smash or Pass. Hub says, but like anything as is in game, I cannot understand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Starbomb song is amazing. I'm still behind on Black.
Shit. No.
Well, Black is, new.
Yeah.
So that's understandable.
Yeah, for sure.
I was doing good, then I fell off again.
I've been there,
Yeah.
where like you get distracted doing other things, or just life gets in the way and you're not watching anything at all.
Right.
Oh no, the Lakitu level. Oh god.
What we tend to do is watch things in globs. So we'll watch like a ton of one thing. Sometimes we'll stop watching before it's over, and then we'll move to something else, and then we do that for like a super long time, and then we'll go back to the first thing, and so we get you on that. We're weird like that too.
Yeah. Well, also we're Critical Role watchers, and like we got a bit behind in campaign 2. We were watching campaign 3 religiously, or campaign 1, I mean, religiously. We got a little behind on campaign 2, eventually caught up, and then we're watching that like, right after each new episode came out.
Well, you watched campaign 1. I really didn't watch campaign 1.
You watched some when we were living together, like the Kraken episode. I remember you and I watched.
Well, that was the end, though.
I mean,
It was towards.
define the it was towards the end. Shit. Stupid.
Marcus says, I just faced 2 different opponents, each playing 200 card decks, that I defeated with blue-white Teferi Mildew.
Amazing.
This is in historic, so the decks are supposed to be 60 cards, 80 with Yorion.
Is there Battle of Wits or something? Like, why were they playing that many cards in their deck?
Yeah. Or did they just not understand what format they were in? Hob says, I got halfway through 2, and then I kind of lost the ability to really commit to multiple 3+ hour videos regularly.
Sure.
CR, I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
We know it's not our videos. Our videos are 1 hour long.
Yeah, some streams are that long, which I
Yeah,
get if people
true.
can't watch the
That's
VoDs of that. But yeah, I mean, and that's totally understandable. Come on.
Oh.
No. Last life.
Hob says, all of 2 and 3 are in my watch later list, which has now ballooned into the thousands.
You're in good company there, Hub. We have almost 5,000. I've been going through them a little bit more recently, so we're probably closer now. Please make the jump. We're probably closer now to less than this, but we were near 5,000 previously.
Emma says, you got this. You are gonna clutch it out, Joe.
Thank you. I'm gonna try.
Make it happen. Yeah.
No. No. Thank you. Jump back. Yes.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Whew.
Oh. Slow and steady. We ignore the timer.
Yes.
This ain't
Timer
Sonic.
doesn't exist.
Yeah. This ain't Sonic. We don't have to go fast. Come on.
Oh,
And that's it.
so close.
That's game. Alright, I'll do one more decent run and then we can call it for the night. Fix our microphone over the weekend.
Yeah, attempt. Winter says this drawing of Angry Amy turned out adorable. Oh my god, I have to see. Emma says R.I.P.
Yeah, thank you.
Marcus says it's a giant Orzhov reanimator tower using Zoraline.
Zoraline is the bat woman from Bloomborough, if you recall.
Nope. Oh, yeah.
She's like in the air with her
cute.
wings spread out big time.
Yeah. And she's got the tiara and
Correct,
everything.
yes.
Okay, very cute. It's lame and I hate it.
Huh?
Not because of Zoraline, but because they did the 200 plus card thing. That deck works with 60 cards, bats, and Luris.
Yeah, but so why the 200 then? What? Maybe I'm not remembering what Zoraline does. What is the benefit to having 200 cards? Is I guess my question for that deck.
Winter says, where do you want me to send you the final drawing when I'm done with it?
Where are you? Are you on Insta, X,
Discord?
Discord, I suppose? You could always email it to us if you get our email off YouTube.
Yeah. The only social media I have is Twitter, I guess, but I don't really use it. I'll probably email it. Okay, that's fine.
Sounds great to us.
Marcus says it's nil insurance in the form of what they both thought more than enough cards.
Gotcha. All right, we made it to World 4 before. So let's try that again if we can. Goodbye. Do you guys die to these? You sure do.
Cool. Still playing? Yay, Fizzy Star says.
We are.
Yes, where'd you go? Did you tell me and I just forgot?
Oh no. Oh, you piece of crap.
Sorry, I got a bit too relaxed and fell asleep. Oh, that's okay. Cody says, I just got reminded that there was a time where Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't have a max deck size, and some mad lad in Germany brought a literal 200 card deck.
I watched a video about that the other day on YouTube. And there was no time limit or something. Like there was something about like no like time limit, and so like when you got to a certain point, like the games had to have a resolution.
Yeah.
And so
Wow.
they filled their decks with cards that required you to search your deck and then shuffle it.
Yeah.
And so they had to like take the time to shuffle the deck over and over and stuff.
Yeah. That's horrible.
And
I wouldn't want to work that event. No, thank you.
and basically it literally made Konami, the company that makes Yu-Gi-Oh, have to make a new rule for the game.
Wow, that's so fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, I have worked one Magic event, and
Damn it.
it was a pre-release.
Mm-hmm.
But it was long as fuck. I
Wow.
was hot as hell, and I would never want to do it again. And I certainly wouldn't want to do one where none of the rounds were timed. No, thank you.
No. I thought it came back up. Damn it.
So, Fizzy Star, you missed our lore dump.
Well, I ain't going over that again.
Our Joe and Amy lore dump. You're going to have to go back. Cody says, I just got reminded that there. Oh, I read that already. Emma says, yo, he had to be prepared. Remember that time Yugi beat Slifer? Slifer's the guy's name?
No, it's a character. It's a dragon.
Oh.
In fact, does it say? What does it say after
The
that?
Sky Dragon.
Yes. So it is Slifer the Sky Dragon.
By getting Mime Man run out of cards. Mime Man?
Yeah, it was like a puppet that Marek Ishtar, you're all welcome, was using to. He was like puppeting him. Yeah, basically to battle Yugi.
But okay, so it was a person, but he was puppeting him.
Correct.
Okay, so it wasn't a puppet.
No.
Okay.
But that's why it's a mime man.
Okay, sure. Okay, got it.
Yeah, they're bullet bills. Good call. No, don't hit me with them. I'm dodging them expertly.
Nice job.
Thank you very much.
Marcus says, my mill deck runs one of each Teferi, 4 Teferi's tutelage.
Yes.
2 Teferi's ageless insight.
Ooh.
Very nice. And 2 midnight clock. Ooh.
Yes, of course. Oh, fuck. The Teferi's tutelage is whenever you draw a card, they mill or something like that. And Teferi's like to draw cards.
Oh, I see. He says, I can draw enough cards to mill just about anyone out. Very nice, Marcus. Cody says, I don't know what that means. Is that like a stop or is that like a high five? I think it was a high five. Oh, but you got a game over.
Sure did.
Emma says, what if he had an opponent who tried that? Boy was planning ahead.
That's right.
Cody says, endless loop for the win.
Yeah, that's how Yugi won in that game, was he created an endless loop of it's convoluted, but basically anytime an enemy comes in, it would get like attacked and shrunk and killed.
Yeah.
But it would automatically regenerate, and then every time it regenerated, its owner would draw 3 cards. But then it would come back in, get attacked, get killed, and regenerate. And it happened over and over and over again until he kept drawing 3 cards every time, and then eventually he ran out of cards in his deck, and so lost.
Right.
And the puppet, because it was a puppet, it was like following the rules of the game. So even after he drew all of his cards, he was still trying to draw more cards.
Dumb. Marcus says the rest of the deck wipes the board, counter spells, or removes permanents.
That's a great way to protect yourself while using a mill deck. Absolutely.
Yeah. Emma says Joe is a man of culture.
That's right. I just watched a lot of the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's all. A lot of it.
Did not. Spoilers.
Come on.
Cody says, anyone else waiting for the end of February? Yu-Gi-Oh! GBA games on Switch and Steam.
Oh, interesting.
Cody, did you happen to watch us playing Yu-Gi-Oh! On April Fool's?
We did play Yu-Gi-Oh! On April Fool's Day. Instead of streaming Magic the Gathering, we streamed Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever the game on Steam is called. I don't remember. I have it. Master Duel? I think it's Master Duel.
Emma says, I bought a Yu-Gi-Oh! Exodia sweater from the Yee that's promoting the Legacy Collection, LOL.
Nice.
Cody says, nice. Emma says, I don't know if I'll get it, though, LOL.
Oh, really? Okay.
Fizzy Star says, I'm clueless on Yu-Gi-Oh! Haha. Me too, Fizzy Star. Emma says the GBA games were rough, especially the one from before the game had rules, LOL. Oh, actually, Forbidden Memories was on the Game Boy Color, right?
I think Forbidden Memories is the one that Tom and I used to play all the time. We had one game that he owned, and then his mom bought me a copy so that we could play together.
Oh, that's so cute.
She gave it to me as payment for tutoring him, because I tutored him in math, I think, or something like that.
Cody says, no, I need to watch that now. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome. Well, you needed to tutor him because he missed so many classes playing Magic.
That's 100%. Well, not playing Magic, but yes, you're right. I mean, he missed a lot of classes.
Because the elevator wasn't broken.
Again, because the elevator was broken, but also, I mean, he was disabled, so he would get sick a lot and, miss like a week or two, and, that happened a lot, which was unfortunate, but...
Emma says, all I know about Forbidden Memories is it predates the card game rule set, so it makes no sense.
Yeah, there's one that we own on PS2. That one's ridiculous. That one's the one where, like, you play it on a grid or something. It's like, like you said, it's like doesn't follow the rules. You, like, can polymerize multiple things without polymerization.
Talking about, but it's cool.
Polymerization
I can read what you say.
Polymerization is fusing things.
Fusion dance?
Basically.
Cody says PlayStation. Actually, the GBC game was Dark Duel Stories.
Gotcha.
Emma says Catapult Turtle Gaia, the Fierce Knight, into the castle's flotation band logic.
Yeah, which was very stupid. Basically, there was a card that was just like a defense. I think the castle was just like a defensive card, and the show made this whole like narrative out of like he loaded a knight into his catapult turtle and fired the knight at the castle, which broke its flotation ring, and then it fell, but the zombies were trapped inside of the Swords of Revealing Light, and so they couldn't leave, and they all died.
Stop talking.
And that's how Yugi beat his opponent. And
it's all going right back out my other ear. Thank you, but no. Godalope says, hey, y'all.
What's up, Godalope? Welcome back.
Yeah. Cody says, attack the moon.
Yes. Yes, the stone soldier attacked the moon.
Whatever, man. I have no understanding and don't care to, honestly. Alright, we're gonna get it. It's gonna go great.
Thanks.
Emma says, imagine the text on the card if that was a real effect for this specific situation.
Right?
It would be in like 0.0001 font.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cody says, crying laughing face. Nice.
Come on, baby. Come on. Yes, Lucky Two's gone. We did it.
Awesome.
We just raced through the level, basically. Which is a perfectly viable strategy. But what did you say?
Speedrun.
Yeah.
Why are the pipes green?
That's a good question.
Because I would understand if they were like this greenish bluish color. Because then it would be like, oh, copper pipes that, just oxidize.
Sure.
But they're like grass green.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Why are there piranha plants coming out of the pipes?
Piranha plants?
That's what they're called. Yeah.
They're Venus flytraps.
Okay.
And I imagine they live there.
Mhm. Oh, no. Okay. All right.
Busy Star says, I believe the pipes are green because of the copper oxidation or oxidation. I added extra stuff there. Hub says color contrast.
Maybe.
And Fizzy says, oops, Amy beat me to it. Yeah, I mean, they just didn't get the color right then. You know, it's like shade, right? You know?
Sure.
But I mean, they also have these trees that are white blobs.
Come on.
So I guess accuracy wasn't that high on their list.
Well, anyway, that's fine with me.
All right.
We did well tonight.
Let's call it.
Yes, we are so sorry for the audio issues. We will have to spend some money this weekend and buy a new one, a new microphone. But it's fine. Like I said, we've had this mic for 10 years, so we'll get another one. No big deal. We will be back live again playing Super Mario Brothers 2 next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. So stay tuned for that. Please don't forget, if you're enjoying the things that we're doing here on this channel and you don't want to miss when more come out, that you can subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, including whenever we go live every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, asterisk, the Friday after next Friday. It's actually probably just going to be Thursday. We will give you more information on that next week. But we'll be back with, again, hopefully better audio. Hopefully. But yeah, this was fun. This was interesting. Thank you all for bearing with us, hanging out with us. It means a lot that you all stayed, because I wouldn't have blamed folks for being like, oh, this is what's going on, I gotta go. Or just like not being willing to wait the extra like 15-20 minutes that it took. So
yeah, and we really appreciate that you all came back. It means a lot to us. It's a big deal.
Yes, truly.
I'm so far behind now because everybody started saying goodnight. Cody says good night, everybody. Good night, Cody.
Yes.
Hub says always good to see you.
Thank you, Hub.
And you as well.
Right.
Marcus says thanks for the stream.
Thank you.
Fizzy Star says good night. Thanks for coming back, Fizzy Star.
Yes.
Godalope says night night.
Good night to you both.
Thank you. Marcus says see y'all Monday. Yes, we will.
Yes, for sure.
Winter says thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here.
That's right.
Emma says good luck on your mic hunt. If you are by me, you can grab my old one and see if it works. Thank you, Emma. Have a good night, she says.
Thank you. Yeah, we may very well take you up on that offer. I appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Because these mics are expensive.
Yeah.
And Godalo says it's the company, not the audio quality. Why we stay, LOL.
Thank you so much. And in fact, we sort of just did it, but I guess abbreviatedly, Amy.
Yes.
It was an amazing stream, truly, and you are all amazing people.
Yeah.
And so you have some work to do.
Yeah, I won't say all that same stuff again, but I'll just thank you each individually now. Godalope, thank you so much. Emma, thank you so much for being here. Winter, always love seeing you. Marcus, thank you so much for being here. Fizzy Star, always great. Cody, thank you so much for coming back. Hub, thank you for being here as always. Did I say Godalope? Yes, I did.
Did you say you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's more people.
Yeah,
I know there are.
Beginning, though.
Mm-hmm.
So Blake was here. You're incredible, as you know, or at least I hope you know. Erica, you should know you're incredible as well. And then...
But we'll keep telling you.
That's it.
I think so, too. There might have been one person that we missed. We can't scroll all the way up. But We do appreciate each and every one of you being here.
If you're watching the VoD, please leave in the comments that we missed you if
Yeah.
you did.
And if you made it this far in the VoD and weren't watching us live but are watching the VoD, don't hesitate to give yourself a shout out in the comments down below. So yes, as I said, we'll be back next Friday with more Super Mario Brothers, specifically Super Mario Brothers 2. But don't forget that every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Geek for All, we will be streaming Magic the Gathering Arena, as I said, as we always do. But also, that is one of our 2 channels linked down below, our Magic the Gathering channel, Geek for All.
And Gluten Free for All.
And you can go check both of those out, sub and ring the bells there as well. And don't forget, also linked down in the description box below, lots of helpful links down there for you, is included the link to Gluten Free for All's Instagram. Amy doing an incredible job over there.
Thank you.
So go check her out, give her that follow. You know, if that is something that you're interested in, go check out some of the posts. They're great. Amy makes very good food for us, and then gets to share it with all of you,
Yes.
and maybe some of the gluten-free folks in your life if you yourself are not a gluten-free folk. So,
or if you just like food. I mean, a lot of the stuff I make is not gluten-free food. It's just food.
It's true.
That,
Very
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
happens to be gluten-free. So, you know, check it out.
I eat it all and enjoy it. So, you know, it's...
We've just surpassed 600 followers on that Instagram, so it means a lot.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, think about how recently Amy did the 500. So...
Yeah. So, it's climbing quick, and I really appreciate it, and I really love the quality of people that are followers of mine on there, and I just really love the support, and it's amazing. Because I don't have any celiac friends. I don't know any celiac people. And so it really meant a lot to me to have all of those people, you know, because when I was doing just the YouTube, I wasn't really getting feedback from people. And a lot of gluten-free people weren't seeing it because it wasn't, you know, our family of channels has nothing to do with being gluten-free, right? So you guys all, you know, supporting me on there, I wasn't getting feedback from anyone who was gluten-free most of the time. So it was really nice to be getting a lot of support from other people who are gluten-free just to help me, you know. I've been gluten-free for 15 years, but it's still hard. It's still hard a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And it probably always will be. So it really means a lot, actually, that so many of them kind of came out of the woodwork and found me and follow me. And,
yeah.
You know, I've spoken to a number of them. You know, I've said, you know, I plan on going here at this time. You know, can you give me tips or places to go or things to see? And they've been really stepping up and following through and giving me that information. And you know, it's just been really cool for me personally. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So if you want to join Amy on that journey, if you want to check out some of the cool people that are following Amy over on Gluten Free for All's Instagram, check the links down below.
Yeah.
Like I said, doing a great job, and it's well earned, the number of followers, because obviously otherwise they wouldn't stay. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so you can go check that out also. Thank you all so very much for the support, whether you were watching us in chat, not in chat. If you want that shout out like those folks got in the future, all you got to do, pop in a chat, say hey. If you're not comfortable doing so, you're not able to do so, no worries whatsoever. We really do still appreciate you. And so thank you so much for spending any and all time with us that you did.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you either on Monday for more Magic the Gathering Arena, or on next Friday for more Super Mario Brothers Now 2 next week.
Yes.
But seriously, thank you all so much for being here. We will see you soon. And between now and the next time that we see you, whenever that happens to be, please continue to stay safe and happy and healthy. That is to you and yours super important. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I've been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.